so I'm Kiran Sehgal. I've been a vet for about 30 years, and I guess my passion is surgical coaching, teaching, basically helping vets become more confident and competent as surgeons, particularly going from kind of basic to intermediate surgery. Early on, I just found that I gravitated towards helping others develop more confidence because I just really enjoy doing that, and I guess I've got quite a lot of surgical competence. So I'm also from a family of teachers, so I've been doing that for quite a long time. But what I've really noticed over the last particularly 10 years is the kind of burnout mental health narrative, which I'm not disputing at all, and I've had both problems myself. I managed to burn myself out running a group of practices in Surrey. So I had 3 practices and 50 to 60 staff, and it was exhausting trying to bring up a young family and run the business. So I've been there, done it, got a t-shirt, completely get the kind of burnout narrative. Also have suffered with acute or quite severe depression as well, not entirely due to vetting, but that definitely kind of compounded it. So I get all of that, but what I've noticed over the last 10 years is that a kind of dissatisfaction amongst younger vets, and what I believe is the issue is a kind of de-skilling or a lack of clinical development and progression, particularly in smaller practices. It's slightly different in bigger hospitals, but where you've got 1, 2, even 3 vet practices, I just have recognised that younger vets struggle, particularly surgically, to develop without the right support. And I guess because I've been doing surgical coaching for a long time, I've recognised that when you get alongside people and support them, and you're not stuck in the day-to-day just popping in and out of theatre, but when you're actually alongside vets and properly supporting them and helping them when they get stuck, helping them get unstuck, just often little tweaks. And I just have noticed over time that vets will be much happier, will develop more confidently. Light bulbs often go off and they suddenly think, oh wow, I can actually do this. And I guess one of the big things I've noticed is that it's actually quite easy to teach and train the technical skills. What's more difficult is to get vets to believe in themselves that they can actually do this kind of procedure that they set out to do, and quite often will refer the procedure on to others, to referral centres. And I completely get why, because it's scary doing new things, but I think doing new things within your kind of capability set and with the right support, you can easily kind of progress on to the next levels. But so what I'm saying in a kind of very long-winded way is that although mental health and burnout are an issue, I think the other big dissatisfaction that isn't really talked about very much is this kind of de-skilling or referring cases that frustrates vets, because you kind of think, oh, I could probably do that, but without the right support, and most practices don't bring in people to support their vets because they see it as an unnecessary additional expense. But I very much see it as a training and development or CPD investment. I guess I see it as investing in people. The only assets of the business. If we can invest in them, help them develop and grow, then they're much more likely to stay, one, in the profession, but also within the business. They're less likely to move on to other practices. We know that there's a big retention issue within the industry. Everyone talks about the churn rate at like 6 to 7 years. This is when vets will often leave the profession. And I just think it's time to start talking about this and addressing it. There are much clearer support and development structures in place within, say, the NHS, within human healthcare, within most other businesses, to be honest. I just think within the veterinary profession we're a bit behind the time, and we're always kind of reliant on, the senior partner or the more senior vet to help develop the younger members within the practice, and that's all well and good if they've got the time, but so often they don't have the time, and then they feel pulled into different directions. They're trying to do their caseload and also help these younger people, and I think the GDP is a brilliant idea. Some of the corporates have training schemes, what they probably all do, and I think they're great, but I do think it's the hands-on support in practice that's so important and so lacking.